friends, welcome to Varun Techie, a place for better learning. Please do like, share, and subscribe for more interesting videos. In the last session, we have learned about conditional statements. In today's session, let us learn about how to use for loop and for loop using with or without range function. For loop. In Python, for loop is used to iterate over a sequence like a list, tuple, string, etc. and perform operations on each element in the sequence. Let's see the example. First, list of numbers are given. Then we used here for loop for numbers to multiply. Here we given for number in numbers, which means for a given number, multiply each numbers that we listed above. Then we gave a formula, that is result is equal to number into 2. Then print is used to print the output. So output will be in this way. Here our listed numbers are given, like 1 multiplied by 2 is 2. So for loop applied formula for each of the numbers listed above. So output will be like this. For each iteration, it multiplies the current number by 2 and prints the result. Now we'll see with or without using range function in for loop. What is the work of range function? Range function returns a sequence of numbers in a given range. Let's see the example. So without using range, here the list of fruits are given. Then for loop is used, like for fruit in fruits. So in this example, the for loop iterates directly over the elements of the fruits. Like for a given range, it directly gives the output without using a range function. So then what is with range function? See the example. Here the range is given and then the print is given. So here the for loop uses the range function to generate a sequence of numbers from 0 to 4. The loop then iterates over these numbers and for each iteration it prints the square of the current number. This is the working of range function. So certainly if you want to use a for loop with a range function for multiple attributes, that is for one attribute, but for multiple attributes we use zip function. So what is zip function? Here let's see the example. The names and ages are given here. They are listed here. So for I in range of ln of names is given here. That means this is the zip function. Here len indicates length of the list. Len is a built-in function in Python to get the length of list. So this zip function generates indices to iterate over the list. The for loop then iterates over these indices and for each iteration it exacts the corresponding name and age using indexes. Let's see the output. So output is here for each name in the list the age is correspondingly given. So simultaneously two lists are worked here. So in this way, you can iterate over multiple lists or sequences simultaneously using for loop and the zip function. Now, now let's see a code for using a for loop and if else statement at a time. So let's go to Google Colab. Let me increase the size so that you can clearly see this. So this is an example to find whether a number is even or odd. In this example, for loop iterates over a list of numbers. Inside the for loop, there is an if else statement that checks whether each element is even or odd. If the number is even, it prints a message saying it's even. Otherwise, it prints a message saying it's odd. So let's see the output, whether it gives the correct output or not. See here, we given list of numbers, and for each number sequence it given the output. Like for number 1 it is odd, 5 is odd, 8 is even, 12 is even, 3 is odd, 7 is odd. Here we given a formula, mean if condition. if the number is if the number is divided by 2, then the result is 0, then it is even, otherwise it is odd. So this is the working.